I've urged successive premiers O'Farrell, Baird, Berejiklian to reform this mob. A Sydney Morning Herald analysis 8 years ago found that 50 findings of ICAC may be outside the Commission's remit. Now, of course, the Margaret Cunneen case is infamous. Cunneen had the guts to go right to the High Court, which found yet again that ICAC had acted outside its jurisdiction. But you could go to Operation Jasper, Operation Acacia, Operation Charity, Operation Carina, Operation Sagomo, and this goes on and on and on. I asked Gladys Berejiklian on air on February 28, 2019. And I said, Gladys, can you imagine how you would feel if, because of ICAC, you became a headline everywhere for weeks and weeks, and the triumph articulated of claiming a scalp? Unquote. That was 2019. Prophetic. I urged Gladys to reform ICAC. Now she's the scalp. And the headlines across Australia and indeed parts of the world are arguing that Berejiklian is corrupt. Now, you'd need a fertile mind to argue that is true. Indeed, ICAC has only one scalp, to my knowledge, because the courts have dealt with others. Eddie Obeid is that scalp, and I'm still not sure that Obeid is guilty of what was alleged. But I urge Gladys, as Premier, over and over again, to be concerned with the damage that's done to so many innocent people. In spite of many communications with Premiers Berejiklian, Baird and O'Farrell in writing over the new coal disgrace, where shareholders had their assets confiscated as a result of ICAC, and therefore, when would they be compensated? Now, even at the end, ICAC said there should be compensation for the new coal shareholders. They are innocent people. The Lantry family were victims. They wrote to Gladys and others. They never received the courtesy of a response. New coal shareholders have lost everything. Some are cleaning public toilets. No government has cared. Will they now know? ICAC is a disgrace. Innocent people are branded and reputations are destroyed. The cameras are there when they arrive. And once your name goes on the front page of the paper, that's the end of it. The very fine Police Commissioner, Michael Gallagher, innocent, but reputation trashed. A good man, Bart Bassett, the same. John Sidoti, Minister and State MP, had to wait more than 2 years for an ICAC decision. Of course they found him corrupt. And the poor man has told me he couldn't afford the legal battle involved in going to court. Andrew Cornwall came into the Parliament of New South Wales with an impeccable reputation. He became a headline. He gave evidence to ICAC in Operation Spicer, an inquiry into electoral funding. When the Spicer report was released in 2016, he was cleared of corruption. But ICAC, in its usual form, referred Andrew Cornwall, a man of impeccable reputation, to the DPP for perjury. Now, you couldn't make this stuff up. It took 4 years for the DPP to rule there was insufficient evidence to prosecute Andrew Cornwall, but he'd been dragged through the sewer. Like Berejiklian, career gone. Mari Fakara, another Liberal MP, very good woman. And successive Liberal governments stood by and witnessed this disgraceful and appalling destruction of reputations in the public place. No apology, no compensation. If that is democracy in New South Wales, it stinks. The real corruption in New South Wales is the corruption of process.